never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you are behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the change that lasts, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help.
Mama says that alligators are ornery because they got all them teeth but no toothbrush.
Hello, everyone. Hey, October 50. Hey, Freeside. How are you guys doing? So I often go through my Newsbreak app and just see what's going on. And I found a few things that I haven't heard anyone talk about. I thought was interesting. Okay, a few things, more like 13 things that I wanted to share with you guys. And what is the name? Hey, Kaz, I was just wondering if it was too early for you over there. What is the name of the lady that went missing in Aruba? I cannot think of her name. Well, I found out today that a Louisiana student is missing in the Bahamas. I'm going to read it to you, but I do believe it was an overboard situation, and they're still missing. So I'm going to start off reading the letter from the laundries. Let's see. I haven't read it yet, and I hope I can read the handwriting. So I don't know if you guys can read it. So this is the burn after reading letter. It says, I just want you to remember I will always love you, and I know you will always love me. You are my boy. Nothing even makes me stop loving you. Nothing. I can't make it bigger. Hold on a second. Shoot. Okay, let me see. It's hard to read. No matter what we do or where we go or what we say, and we will always have each other. If you're in jail, I will bake a cake with a file in it. For you need to, what the fuck? For you need, for real, you need to despair the fuck of body. I will bring chow up with a shovel and garbage bags. If you fly to the moon, I will be watching the skies for your reentry. If you watching the skies for your, if you say you hate my guts, I'll get new guts. Remember that love is a verb, not a noun. It's not a thing. It's not words. It is actions. Watch people's actions to know if they love you, not their words. Therefore, I am certain that neither death nor life, nor angels, nor the ruling spirits, nor things present, nor things to come, nor powers from above, nor powers from below, nothing in the entire created world ruins separate our love. Neither hostile powers nor messages of heaven nor messages of earth. Nothing has the power to separate us. And then there is a Bible verse, Romans 5:38. And I don't know if I probably cannot read this because it's the same thing that she or whoever wrote this. Is this the letter that Roberta wrote to him? Nothing can separate us, not hatred, not hunger, not homelessness, not threats, not even something, not even, is that suicide? The thinkable? No. Okay, I can't read the rest. I don't know. Hey, Yarn. This is the burn after reading letter that I think Roberta wrote to Brian. But so people are saying that this letter proves to them that the parents knew or was involved in some way in what happened to Gabby. I think the letter is crazy, repetitive, and just altogether dumb. Like, did y'all really I felt like she was writing to a freaking lover. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, this is insane. Whoa. Let me see who came in. Hey, Kaz. Hey, Yarn. Okay, so let's see. Let me share this first. I have a lot. 13 tabs open, y'all. Okay, let me share it. Okay, so this is the first one. Of course, I'll put my gators up when they're in the way. Okay. Let's see. This one is inmate convicted of double murder on the run after escaping Ohio prison. And I was like, dang, this is scary because dude already was convicted of double murder. Like, those people, I would be very scared if I lived around there. I don't know. But authorities are searching the Camaro Drive area of Henderson, Kentucky for Bradley Gillespie, 50, and he had, after he escaped from an Ohio prison with another inmate who police captured early Wednesday. Authorities in Kentucky are working to capture an inmate convicted of double murder who escaped an Ohio prison with another inmate who police captured early Wednesday. Officials are searching the Camaro Drive area of Henderson, Kentucky for Bradley Gillespie, 50, who escaped the Allen Oakwood Correctional Institution in Lima, a city about 350 miles northeast of Henderson, according to the Henderson Police Department and the Allen County Sheriff's Office. Gillespie has been incarcerated for double murder since November of 2016, according to Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Correction records. His charges also include breaking and entering, theft, assault, possession of drugs, escape, you don't say, forgery, receiving stolen property, weapons offenses, and burglary, according to Henderson Police Department. The sheriff's office described Gillespie as being bald with blue eyes and weighing about 200 pounds. The Henderson Police Department said early Wednesday that Gillespie was last seen wearing dark clothes and appeared to still be bald. Well, yeah, if he was bald when he is okay. The Henderson Police Department urged local residents Wednesday morning to continue to stay vigilant, lock your doors, and contact 911 if you see anyone matching the description or have unlocked buildings that Gillespie could be hiding. Lieutenant Stuart Onan of the Henderson Police Department told NBC News in an email shortly before 11 a.m. local time that Gillespie should be considered armed and dangerous based on his history. We are considering him to be a danger to the public due to his past. He added that authorities are using officers, canines, drones, and helicopters to try to find Gillespie. We are utilizing every resource we have to protect our community and locate Bradley Gillespie, Onan added. Authorities said Gillespie escaped the prison with James Lee, 47, who authorities captured early Wednesday in Henderson, according to the Ohio State Highway Patrol, and the Allen County Sheriff's Office. And this is James Lee and Bradley Gillespie. Henderson police attempted to conduct a traffic stop shortly after 3:15 a.m. Wednesday on a stolen car they believe Gillespie and Lee were in when the car tried to flee. The police department said in a Facebook post. Officers pursued the vehicle until it crashed on Camaro Drive, where Lee and Gillespie fled on foot. Officers arrested Lee, but Gillespie evaded capture. Lee has been serving time since March 2021 for burglary and other charges. Allen County Sheriff Matthew Treglia told NBC affiliate WLIO of Lima early Wednesday morning that authorities have a tight perimeter set up for Gillespie and that he believes authorities will have him in custody shortly. Treglia added that officials believe the men traveled together but did not elaborate. Victoria Gonzalez, Public Information Office for the Allen County Sheriff's Office, told NBC News Wednesday morning there were no updates on his current location. A representative for the Henderson Police Department could not immediately be reached Wednesday morning. Lee was discovered missing during a prisoner count at 11 a.m. on Tuesday, prompting the warden to authorize an emergency prisoner count, which revealed Gillespie was also missing, according to a news release from the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections and the Ohio State Highway Patrol. But if they were in the same dorm together to be able to escape together, they should have already known they were both missing at regular count, not needing an emergency count. It was not immediately clear when or how the men escaped the prison. Onan said authorities could not answer questions on how the men escaped. The U.S. Marshal Service, the Ohio State Highway Patrol, and the Allen County Sheriff's Office said in a news release before Lee was captured they were offering up to $21,000 for information that led to the capture of both men, and that the Ohio Corrections Department was also conducting an internal investigation. So, guys, if you live in that area, please watch all of your surroundings. So then, let me see the next one I found it was about the 2-year-old shot at a daycare from a stray bullet. I don't know if you guys have heard about that one. I know, right, Yarn? That's crazy. Oh, let me make it bigger for y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. A 2-year-old at a Utah daycare suddenly started bleeding. Doctors then found a bullet in the child's head. Officials believe a stray bullet struck the toddler who was playing outside in a tragic accident. The child is stable. Authorities in Utah are investigating how a 2-year-old child at a daycare was struck in the head by an apparent stray bullet Monday. The incident occurred at a daycare in Spanish Fork, about 50 miles south of Salt Lake City. Detectives learned that children were playing in a vinyl fenced area which was staffed by 2 adults. That's when a child appeared to stumble and was seen bleeding from the face. The daycare notified the parents of the 2-year-old child, who responded and took their child to the hospital for treatment. It was not until at the hospital that doctors discovered through scans that the child had a small caliber bullet lodged in its head. The child, who was transferred to Primary Children's Hospital, was stable, police said. The incident, police said, appeared to be a tragic accident. Open fields are directly west of the daycare, and it is believed the round may have come from that area. Police were not immediately reached for comment Wednesday. NBC News affiliate KSL of Salt Lake City reported the incident occurred at the Leap Ahead daycare, and the child wounded is a boy. Lane Muckelston, who owns the daycare, told the news outlet he was shocked by the apparent errant shooting. We are absolutely surprised. We are dumbfounded that this would happen in Spanish Fork. So they said that next to the daycare is an open field. So could it have been somebody like maybe hunting and accidentally got struck by the stray bullet? I don't know. I thought it was like road rage or something like that, started gunfire. But reading this, where is it? Open fields are directly west of the daycare, and it is believed the round may have come from that area. I don't know. Okay, so the next one. Former Teacher of the Year accused of having sex with a student. And I might pronounce this wrong. I'm sorry. A Yucaipa High School teacher has been arrested for allegedly having sex with a 16-year-old male student, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department announced. Tracy Bonderholst, 38. Where's all these ads coming from? Go away. Jeez Louise. 38 was arrested on Thursday and booked into the county detention center on a charge of unlawful sexual intercourse with a minor. She was being held in lieu of $30,000 bail. She was named Teacher of the Year at Yucaipa High School in 2017. Authorities say the Yucaipa Calamasa Joint Unified School District worked cooperatively with its investigation. Detectives believe there may be more alleged victims. I cannot read. Anyone with tips was urged to contact Detective Rachel Young of the Specialized Investigations Division, Crimes Against Children Detail at 909-890-4904. That's crazy. That's just sickening. Oh my gosh. Okay, the next one. Dude, I wish all these things would go away. You don't have X's though. Illinois girl whose disappearance was on Netflix's Unsolved Mysteries is found alive in North Carolina. Finally, good news, right? Heather Unbehon was released on bond Tuesday after she was arrested on a fugitive charge. She's accused of abducting her daughter, Kayla, in July of 2017. Let's just watch this. Let's see if I can start it over.
Tonight, new details in the crucial tip that brought Kayla Unbehaun home 6 years after police say her mother, who did not have legal custody, kidnapped her. Investigators in North Carolina now say a teen girl working at an Asheville clothing store Saturday spotted Kayla and recognized the now 15-year-old.
The employee of the store had a personal connection through their childhood.
The tipster also crediting the hit show Unsolved Mysteries, which featured Kayla's case last fall.
The media attention that this case has received over the years, up to and including the Netflix documentary, most likely heightened her awareness.
Kayla and her mom, police say, initially giving officers fake names and birthdays. Kayla seeming calm.
She looked relatively healthy, didn't appear to be any type of physical trauma.
Police soon uncovered the pair's true identities. Tonight, they say Kayla is back home in Illinois. Her mother, Heather Unbehaun, charged with kidnapping. The remarkable homecoming following years of pleas from Kayla's dad, Ryan Iskirka, on multiple true crime shows.
My daughter was gone and I knew it.
Tonight, Iskirka writing in a statement, "I'm overjoyed that Kayla is home safe," adding, "We ask for privacy as we get to know each other again and navigate this new beginning." Heather Unbehaun is out on $25,000 bond. Her attorney declined to comment.
With Verizon's new My Plan, I get exactly what I want and only pay for what I need.
Now I'm in charge of my plan.
Introducing My Plan from Verizon. You get exactly what you want and only pay for what you need. And it all starts at just $30. It's your Verizon.
Okay, sorry, I had to mute myself. My dad came in and said he needs to go to the emergency room, so he can wait till I'm done. Okay, the next one. Yeah, I've been seeing everybody go live with Temu hauls or team, however you say it. All right, let's see here. Yes, Yarn. Yes, I do. Finally. Come on now. All right, here we go. 12-year-old armed with AR assault rifle style gun. Dude, I don't like these stupid ads. 12-year-old armed with AR style gun kills Sonic employee in Dallas area. This is insane. A 12-year-old boy armed with an AR-style gun is accused of fatally shooting a fast food employee as the worker argued with another man at a Texas drive-in restaurant. Shooting took place May 13 at a Sonic in Keene, about 40 miles southwest of downtown Dallas, and claimed the life of 32-year-old Matthew Davis. According to the Keene Police Department, Davis worked at the Sonic and about 9:40 p.m. that day confronted a man identified as Angel Gomez, 20, for being disorderly in the parking lot. A physical fight broke out, and the boy shot Davis multiple times from the back seat of Gomez's vehicle. The suspected shooter is believed to be a 12-year-old boy, Police Chief James Kidd told U.S. Today on Tuesday. Kidd said the weapon used appears to be an AR-style .22 rifle. Clarifying prior reports about the gun, he said that at least 6 shots were fired and struck the victim. Arriving officers said they found Davis suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. He was transported to a hospital, then taken by medical helicopter to another facility where he died. The boy and Gomez, who police said are both from Fort Worth, fled the area with the weapon. According to police report, Gomez returned to the scene after the shooting and was arrested. Police said they located the boy about 15 miles south of Keene and took him into custody. They also said they confiscated several firearms from the juvenile. Gomez and the juvenile remained in custody Tuesday, Kidd said, both charged with murder. This seems to be an isolated incident. The chief also said it was not immediately known and prosecutors plan to charge the boy as an adult. Now, I want to know your comment and your thoughts on this, because 12-year-old, what the hell is this swimming stuff? Fort Walton Beach. I want to go back to my my article. Thank you. So this 12-year-old kid just killed someone for no apparent reason with an assault rifle. Okay. Should this child be charged as an adult or as a child? Should he go to prison at 12 years old? Or should he get life since he's going murder charge? As an adult, should he get life? Or should he get death penalty if the death penalty is available in that state? A lot of people, this is a controversial topic because many people feel different. Many people feel, yeah, if you kill somebody, eye for an eye, you do what you do. And other people are like, no, he's just a child. He has his whole life to change or whatever. So I just want to know what you guys think about that. Oh, hey, Yarn. Thanks for being in the swamp with me. Thanks, Kaz. So I don't know. I say you need to be charged as an adult, and whatever the judge gives you, he gives you based on the law. If you're gonna kill somebody, I don't care how old you are. You kill somebody at 12, you go kill somebody at 14, 15, 16. And that's just how it is. Thanks, October 50. I finally did it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to go through this real quick because my dad needs to go to the emergency room. He had tests done today and he's not well still. Okay. Serial rapist Andrew Barlow recalled to prison weeks after release. A man who was jailed for 13 rapes has been recalled to prison just weeks after being released. Why was he even released? Andrew Barlow, 66, was jailed for life in 1988 for the attacks, but was recommended for release by the parole board in December. Nice. Despite opposition from the then Justice Secretary Dominic Raab, Barlow was released earlier this year. The government has now confirmed he has been recalled to prison following a breach of his license conditions. A Ministry of Justice spokesperson said, "Protecting the public is our number one priority. That's why offenders are subject to tough license conditions, and when they breach them, we do not hesitate to return them to custody." Previously called Andrew Longmire, he attacked young women mainly in Manchester in the 1980s. Why did he get to change his name? One attack included the rape of a 26-year-old woman in her Sheffield home while her 3-year-old daughter hid terrified behind a CD. Oh my gosh. He broke into his victims' homes using weapons to threaten them, and in one case to cause injury, before assaulting them, often while children were in the same house. The parole board defended its decision to release Barlow earlier this year, saying the panel had considered all the evidence. The board said Barlow's risk management plan with its extensive list of conditions would be sufficiently robust to manage his return to public life. Apparently not. The whole panel would be aware of the correct test, and the panel was chaired by a very experienced retired judge who also has considerable experience of parole hearings and applying the statutory test. Asked for comment after his recall to prison, a parole board spokeswoman added, "The offender has not been referred back to us from a parole review, and so we don't have access to any information about him being recalled, and therefore we don't have comment at this stage." This is crazy stuff, man. I just don't understand what people do in their life. Hey, honey bunny. How are you? I was going to text you the other day. So let's see this one. Oh my gosh, yes. Is this? Yes. Michigan teen uses slingshot from bedroom window to save sister from alleged kidnapper. This is crazy. Let's see what this says. Unmute.
Used a slingshot.
Unmute. Okay, it's just buffering.
Shot to save his younger sister from a suspected kidnapper.
ABC's Eva Pilgrim has the incredible story.
This is what 13-year-old Owen Burns used to scare off a would-be kidnapper. Owen says he doesn't actually use his slingshot much, but when it counted, he hit his target. Police say last week someone came out of the woods near Owen's house in northern Michigan and attempted to take his 8-year-old sister. Owen heard his sister's screams from his bedroom and looked out.
Her mouth was closed and he was hugging her on his chest. My sister kicked him and he starts running after her.
From his bedroom window, he flung a rock and then a marble directly at the 17-year-old suspect, hitting him in the head and chest.
So I grabbed the rock, right? I put it right here, and I grabbed it, and I just, he was mad. He started cussing. I hit him again.
I'm sorry it's buffering, you guys.
And he starts running away.
His mom was heading home from work when she got the call from her kids.
They were in a state of panic and screaming, and she was crying, and the only word I could make out of the whole conversation was kidnap.
Michigan State Police locating the suspect at a nearby gas station. The young boy's actions critical in IDing him.
What he did helped us to identify who the suspect was, because obviously he had injuries from
I'm sorry it's buffering like this, guys.
from getting hit with a slingshot. To see that and to pop into action that quickly.
Did they say
is
what
extraordinary.
he used? A
And
rock?
he should be.
What he slung at him? Was it a rock or something?
If it does happen again, I'll do it again.
That was Eva Pilgrim reporting, and that 17-year-old suspect has now been arrested and is being charged with attempted kidnapping, assault, and battery.
Bravo to that boy, dude. That's freaking amazing. Listen to this. The hell, weddings? I don't want to. Listen to this, guys. This is very important. I try, T by me. I really do try. An Illinois man lured a teen to his home with the promise of Disney cups. Then he strangled her to death. Adara Bunn, 17, returned to Arthur Jensen's home after a garage sale because he told her he had Pocahontas cups she could buy. This is the worst murder I've ever seen, the prosecutor tells People. And this is the asshole. And this is the beautiful little girl. An Illinois man who killed a 17-year-old girl after luring her to his home by telling her he had Disney cups she could buy from him has been sentenced to 50 years in prison. On Monday, in Iroquois County, wow, these names are so hard to pronounce. County Circuit Court Judge Michael Sabol sentenced Arthur Jensen, 53, of Sheldon, to 5 decades in prison for murdering Adara Bunn on August 4th, 2019. Jurors found him guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder in March for strangling the teenager when she came to his home. This is one of the worst murder cases I have ever seen. On August 2nd, Bunn and her mother went to a garage sale at Jensen's house. As a collector of Disney memorabilia, he continues, she bought some Pocahontas cups. The victim came back to Jensen residence on that Sunday, wanting to talk to Jensen's wife to see if she had any more memorabilia she could buy. Jensen's wife was out of town at her high school reunion at this time. How convenient. Jensen and a friend were packing up the leftover garage sale items, and Jensen told Bunn to come back later to purchase Pocahontas cups. When Bunn returned to Jensen's house on Monday, August 5th, to buy the cups, he killed her. The crime came to light when neighbors heard screams coming from Jensen's house. When officers arrived, Jensen told them, "There's a girl inside, and I strangled her." Police found Bunn's lifeless body inside the house, and officers arrested Jensen on the spot. This was a young girl about to enter her junior year in a couple of weeks, he says. She was a straight A student who was hoping to become a veterinarian. That's so sad. Oh my goodness gracious. So sad. Okay, so I don't know if it was TikTok or what. You guys remember that high school cheerleader that had her baby in the hospital bathroom and threw it away in the garbage can in the bathroom, right? You guys remember that a while back, and she had to be transported by helicopter to another hospital due to something with the placenta. And evidently, when she got better and got released, she is being charged. But little Miss, you know that girl, it's hard remembering names, it's horrible. But that girl that nobody knew she was pregnant. She was like a cheerleader, and she had her baby and I think buried it in the backyard or something. Okay, let's see this one. I think my brother's here. Oh, maybe it's my dad. I don't know. I need to bring my dad to the hospital, so I'm trying to hurry up and flip through this, guys. I'm so sorry. He waited till I went live to tell me he needed to go. Yes. Oh, you think she knew? You think she was involved maybe? Yeah, the mom acted kind of pretty weird. Okay, here we go. High school cheerleader charged with murdering newborn in hospital did not know she was pregnant, says lawyer. Let's see the. Oh.
I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth.
Cops say high school cheerleader Alexi Treviso went to the emergency room complaining about back pain. Cops say a test at the hospital revealed she was pregnant, but the teen claims she had no idea about her condition. Now, what happened next came as a shock to everyone. Medical staff found the newborn dead in the trash.
We discovered a dead baby in the bathroom. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. He came out and I didn't know what to do. Lexi, I told you about this. I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth. It looked like you tried to hide it. We do have to have the police involved. And nothing was crying. How big is the baby?
It's full term.
What?
She didn't know she was in labor.
Treviso's lawyer, Gary Mitchell. So she had no idea the entire 9 months that she was carrying.
She had no idea she was pregnant, okay? However, when she gave birth, she threw that child away, and that was a crime, whether she knew she was pregnant for 9 months or not. When she gave birth in that bathroom and threw it away, she knew she was pregnant then.
Carrying a baby?
No, she didn't gain a bunch of weight. She didn't have anything that would indicate to her that she was pregnant.
The case is reminding many of Skylar Richardson.
Yeah,
like
that's
Alexi,
her.
Skylar was a teen cheerleader who stood trial in 2019 in Ohio for aggravated murder. The sensational trial ended in her acquittal.
Not guilty of the offense of aggravated murder.
Now, this New Mexico teen is about to face her own trial for murder.
Though the coroner ruled the death a homicide, the defense claims the baby was dead at birth.
And then she says, nothing was crying. Nothing was crying. How about, I don't know if we know if it was a boy or a girl. How about the child, the baby? How about that? It just disgusts me. I'm sorry. I'm just so disgusted. Oh my God. Yes. Would I get a strike if I played it? Tea by me? Oh my God. Yes. We are definitely ending with K. Oh, I always love it when Cinnamon Toast Ken and Buff Pro commentate. Oh my God. It's so funny. Okay, you guys, look at this. I thought this was crazy. an ex-guard charged with 95 counts of sexual abuse in California women's prison. Gregory Rodriguez, accused of abusing 13 people over a decade, as advocates say case highlights sexual violence in prisons. A former correctional officer at California's largest women's prison has been arrested on suspicion of sexually assaulting at least 13 incarcerated people over nearly a decade. Gregory Rodriguez, who worked at the Central California Women's Facility before he retired last year while under investigation, has been charged with 95 counts of sexual abuse, including rape, sodomy, sexual battery, and rape under color of authority. The Madera County District Attorney's Office said, as well as one drug-related charge, the assaults date back to 2014, but mostly occurred in the last 2 years. Advocates say the charges scratch the surface of systemic misconduct and sexual violence in the women's prison, and correctional authorities last year said investigators had identified more than 22 victims of his abuse. He was being held on a $7.8 million bail, and it was not clear if he had a lawyer. If convicted on all charges, Rodriguez could be sentenced to more than 300 years. The DA's office said the 95 charges included 39 individual sexual assaults. A 48-page complaint alleges that Rodriguez abused people throughout the facilities, including in a substance abuse building, in a clinic before and after court appearances, and in the parole hearing area, where incarcerated people appear before commissioners who decide whether to grant their freedom. He is also accused of bringing heroin into the prison. See, guys, this is how all the drugs get into the prison, the majority. Advocates working with survivors said there was a culture of abuse, fear, and retaliation in the facility that allowed him to continue his behavior for years. At a state hearing last month, State Senator Lola Smallwood Cuevas noted that Rodriguez was accused of abusing more than 1% of the entire women's prison population, and that allegations against him date back more than 10 years. 22 women came forward, and we know when women come forward, there are often women and other victims who don't. She also noted a 2021 Inspector General report that found the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation poorly handled more than 60% of all complaints against staff by incarcerated people. I guess that's him right there, you guys. If one officer is getting away with this for more than a decade, he is backed up by other officers and by the system, which is not only allowing the culture of sexual violence to continue, but condoning it, said Kobe Lenz, an advocate with the California Coalition for Women Prisoners, a group that has been assisting the survivors. This is not just one bad apple. The women's prison where Rodriguez worked for 12 years is located in Chowchilla, a small city about 120 miles southeast of San Francisco. Rodriguez retired in August after being approached about the assaults as part of an internal investigation. The investigation, which found that Rodriguez may have engaged in sexual misconduct against at least 22 incarcerated people, was handed over to the district attorney's office earlier this year. Rodriguez had worked for CDCR since 1995. These allegations are in no way a reflection on the vast majority of correctional officers who act professionally and do their best to make sure prisoners serve their time while remaining safe. But the good ones always have to suffer for the bad. You know, that's how life works. The DA's office said on Wednesday, "It is our hope that the removal and arrest of this defendant encourages them to continue in their honorable profession, upholding the law every day." Two unidentified accusers filed lawsuits in December alleging Rodriguez sexually assaulted them at the prison, which holds about 2,100 residents. Survivors who have spoken up face persistent retaliation, said Lenz. They live in terror both from the trauma of the sexual violence itself and ongoing harassment and retaliation by officers, and they never have a chance to properly grieve or heal. They have to continue to live with their abusers who have the keys to their cells. Advocates have called on the state to expedite the release of survivors. They are constantly under threat. It's horrific and extremely isolating, and there's nowhere safe to turn inside, said Amika Mota, executive director of the Sister Warriors Freedom Coalition, another group working with the victims. A CDCR spokesperson on Thursday pointed to the department's earlier statement on the investigation into Rodriguez, which said retaliation against anyone who reports these kind of allegations, as well as retaliation against those who cooperate with investigations, is not tolerated. The 2003 federal law known as the Prison Rape Elimination Act created a zero-tolerance policy for the sexual assault of incarcerated people. Well, then 300 years is like life anyway. But California prison officials have still been accused of sexual misconduct in recent years. That includes Israel Torino, a former correctional officer at the Central California Women's Facility, who was fired in 2018 after being accused of groping and making sexual harassing comments. An Associated Press investigation found that a high-ranking Federal Bureau of Prisons official who formerly worked at a women's prison in the San Francisco Bay Area was repeatedly promoted after allegations that he assaulted detainees. After investigation found a pattern of sexual abuse by correctional officers at the women's facility, the U.S. government is now facing a backlash for seeking to deport survivors of the abuse who are also non-citizens. Recent civil cases have also exposed widespread sexual abuse of youth inside juvenile prisons. Are you kidding me right now? Bro, these types of accusations extend beyond California. Former prison officers in Kentucky and New Jersey have recently been charged with sexually abusing or assaulting incarcerated people. And that's what's sad. It happens in every state, probably every county in Louisiana and Hawaii parishes. Hawaii or Alaska, one of them. Yeah, Alaska. This is insane. Man, and that's the sad part. Okay, here we go with the missing Louisiana person. Can you guys see it? Okay, here we go. Multiple agencies searching for missing U High grad in the Bahamas. Latest here. Let's see. I didn't see this.
Let Stanton's help you.
This video, I just read the article. How are y'all doing? Yes, I love Kay. Everybody that doesn't know her will be introduced to her. Ah, wait, stop.
Bam.
Bam.
Searching the waters around the Bahamas for missing U High graduate Cameron Robbins. Family, friends, and teachers gathering today to pray for his return. Good afternoon and welcome on this Thursday. I'm John Pastrek. Developing at noon, a recent University Labs School graduate was reported missing in the Bahamas after he reported went overboard during a nighttime boat cruise. And today, students are gathered outside U High for a prayer vigil for the team. News 2's Mia Monet is there live. Mia, good afternoon. This was a last-minute gathering, and a lot of people showed up. So what are they saying?
Good afternoon, JP. Now, it is a very sad morning here at U High. Now, they are telling me that the students actually put this prayer together. We understand that Cameron Robbins was on a trip in the Bahamas with quite a few of his friends who had all just graduated from U High on Sunday. Now, they planned this trip as a senior trip, a goodbye trip, and he was on an excursion boat ride in the Bahamas. They were staying at a resort, and he went on a boat ride in the Bahamas with his friends, and he went overboard around 10 o'clock last night. Several of the students got together last night and called the director of the school and said that they wanted to do something to pray for him because the Coast Guard is actually still looking for him right now. It is very sad. So many people were out here. You could see all of the emotions pouring over from the students to the parents to even, of course, the teachers who taught him. We're told that he was a 13-year student who came here for all of his years from elementary, middle, and high school. The director says he is an incredible young man, and they are praying for his safe rescue.
I was a 13-year kid. You know, a 13-year kid at U High, that's a special kid that's been here throughout his entire educational career. Was an athlete, great kid, great smile, great head of hair. Just one of those kids that you're so proud of once they cross the stage.
Now, WBRZ has been following this story all morning, and we are continuing to reach out to the people in the Bahamas, to the American Embassy out there, to the Coast Guard. We are constantly on top of this story and waiting on an update as we hope and pray for the safe rescue of Cameron Robbins. For now, reporting at U-High, I'm Mia Monet, WBRZ News 2.
Okay, since that is, did you hear a cover? I heard other people, but I don't know who she is or her story, but I have heard other people talking about her. But I've heard a lot of people talking about her. Okay, so Tea by Me, let's see what we're going to play. Pasta and cucumber. What are we going to play? Let's do vegetable soup. Why not? Here we go, guys. Here you go, Tea by Me. If you're still, you better still be in here because I'm ending it on a good note. I might do this all the time. If you don't know, this is Kay. Her channel is Kay's Cooking. I found her through Cinnamon Toast Ken that commentates on her cooking. And she's just the sweetest little lady. And I don't know if she cooks like this on purpose for her channel or if she really cooks like this. But let's see what she's going to do with her alphabet soup. So yes, she says onions for onions, and carrots for carrots, as you can see in her bowl. You can definitely see those are frozen onions. One thing you will notice watching Kay is she uses no seasoning. She uses onion and garlic, and that's it. I don't even think she uses salt and pepper. Good night, Yarn. Thanks for coming in and thanks for being a member. Have a good night. I know all the time zones in the different countries and everything else. What is that in there? Water and onions? Oh, some chai. Sorry, it looks like dirty water with something floating in it. Bye, H-Town, if you're leaving. Oh my God, I didn't share the screen. Shit, why you didn't tell me that? Holy moly. Here we go. I'm so sorry, you guys.
And I'm pouring it all around. There's just a little bit of sediment in the bottom. So pull a bit of that, pull that up and pour some more in. Now it does say, which I, right,
Oh,
as you can see,
Where the? Oh my god. Okay.
Right, as you can see, I've made the gravy and
So wait.
no, I didn't show you. I'm sorry.
Holy guacamole.
Boiling water and I've put a few chives in.
She doesn't measure anything. She just says, "Oh, they said to do this," and then she does it without measuring or anything.
I've been told to put chives in. Well, it said on the video, put chives in. And this is going to be added to the pan. I think it's all melted, I think the word is. So dissolved, that's the word I'm looking for.
Doesn't dissolve to mean you don't have any chunks of pieces? Yeah, I thought so.
And I'm pouring it all around. There's just a little bit of sediment in the bottom. So pull a bit of that, pull that up and pour some more in. Now it does say, which I think is silly, it does say use.
Yo, I'm sorry, but that looks like maggots floating in that water. I know it's not, but that's what it looks like.
Chicken broth. Well, I don't know why. It's vegetable, but I've just done as I've been told. Right, I've just cut it. Oh shit. The leek. I don't know if I've cut it too much off. I get told I have, and I've got told and not enough. And I'm going to take some off the bottom as well.
You guys take note of how this woman uses a knife because she probably nearly cuts her finger off every single time she uses it. Dang it, I thought she got
fast. And I'm going to peel 1 or 2 layers of skin off it because they look a bit, well, I don't know who's touched them in the shop. Now I'm cutting it up. And what I'm going to do is, like I have done with everything else, I'm going to dice it. And if you don't know what I mean by dicing, it's a case of 1.
If you don't know what I mean by dicing, I think a kid would know how to dice or what dicing is.
Oh, don't run away. And then another cut. Now that's a dice that can go in. Right, as you can see, I've got a green bean. I'm going to cut it and cut it. And I know on some green beans they have string. So I'm not going to bother searching for it. I'm just going to slice it. And then I'm going to cut it into chunks. And I don't know if you can hear, the soup is already boiling.
Didn't she just take the green bean
yes, I'm
out of the
that,
shell?
and I'm going to cut all the rest of them.
Wasn't that the green bean right there?
And put them in the soup. Right, as you can see, it's all bubbling away like it's bubbling away anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a lid on it and let's have time to all of it to cook, and then well, we'll see what happens then.
Now, I thought she was gonna dice it up, not cut it in huge chunks. That's not dicing, Kay.
Now it's time for everything to go into the blender. Going everywhere.
Yes, she is putting vegetable soup in a blender.
Put the bloody blender. So I'm just going to put a bit in for the moment and see how it turns out. And like I said, I've only put a bit in. And it's mashed it all together for a mashed up vegetable soup. And now this is the taste test.
Oh, She's tasting her own food. She usually has her son taste it. But this don't look, oh my gosh. Does this look like soup? Looks like baby food.
It just, believe it or not, it just.
Did she even put noodles in there? What kind of alphabet soup is that? L for leeks, C for carrots, H for onions. What else did she put in there?
It just tastes like vegetable soup. Mmm. Can I try some? It's really nice. Right, as I said, the soup's nice. There's going to be a link in the description to my merchandise. A mouthful. If you like what you see, please keep viewing me. If you want to give me a thumbs up, please do. If you want to leave a comment, please feel free, the more the merrier. And if you haven't subscribed, but you know someone who hasn't subscribed, get them subscribed.
All right, y'all heard Kate. If you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, hit that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe and comment below. You heard Miss K. Miss K is wonderful, you guys. Here, I should have freaking copied her link while I had it open. But that's her channel name right there. She's really funny. And also here, look up this guy right here. Y'all, when I have a bad day, Kaz, you can learn how to cook from Kay, girl. Cinnamon Toast Kin. They commentate on Kay's Kitchen, 90 Day, all that stuff. No, thank you, Tea by Me, for recommending that. And I think I'm going to do it at the end of every live now. I actually made it an hour. And the title says 60 minutes. I didn't think I would make it an hour. But I hope all of you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching with me. Replayers, please hit that thumbs up for me. Comment below. Let me know what you think about the video. And I will go for now. And yeah, I have to go take my dad to the emergency room. So I will keep you guys updated on my community page. And thanks for watching again. Have a good day. Bye, y'all.